all my poetry, certainly all of it that may have any value, arises out of my attitude to Scottish history and Scottish literature and Scottish life. T.S. Eliot was right when he said that Burns was a decadent representative of a great alien tradition. A tradition, that is to say, alien to the tradition of English letters. And the great German scholar who published the most comprehensive book on the whole course of Scottish literature has said that it is neither a subdivision of English literature nor in any way tributary to it, but an independent literature, quite different from English. I agree with these, and as a consequence of promoting that propaganda for a return to the great days of Scottish literature, breaking our subsequent association with English literature as completely as possible, the question of subject matter scarcely arises. All kinds of ideas constantly present themselves either for treatment in verse or in essay form or in speeches, but they all come from that common center of my passionate concern with the renovation of the independent Scottish tradition. First love. I have been in this garden of unripe fruit all the long day, where cold and clear from the hard green apples the light fell away. I was wandering here with my own true love, but as I bent o'er, she dwindled back to her childhood again, and I saw her no more. A wind sprang up, and a hail of buds about me rolled. Then this fog I knew before I was born, but now cold, cold. In the Children's Hospital. Now let the legless boy show the great lady how well he can manage his crutches. It doesn't matter till the sister objects, he's not used to them yet, when such is the will of the princess. Come, Tommy, try a few desperate steps through the ward, then the hand of royalty will pat your head, and life suddenly cease to be hard. For a couple of legs are surely no miss, when the loss leads to such an honor as this. One knows when one sees how jealous the rest of the children are, it's been all for the best. But would the sound of your sticks on the floor thundered in our skull forevermore. At the Cenotaph. Are the living so much use that we need to mourn the dead? Or would it yield better results to reverse their roles instead? The millions slain in the war, untimely, the best of our seed? Would the world be any the better if they were still living indeed? The achievements of such as are to the notion lend no support. The whole history of life and death yields no scrap of evidence for it. Keep going to your wars, you fools, as of yore. I'm the civilization you're fighting for. Skald's death. I have known all the storms that roll. I have been a singer after the fashion of my people, a poet of passion. All that is past. Quiet has come into my soul. Life's tempest is done. I lie at last, a bird cliff under the midnight sun. Wheesht, wheesht. Wheesht, wheesht, my foolish heart, for will ye ken, I widna hae ye start old ploys again. It's good to see her lie sae snod and cool, all lust o' lovin' by. Wheesht, wheesht, ye fool. The Bonnie Lowe. Down the snow-white channel, the blood-red roses bleeze. Hey, lassie, but I'd liefer hae the moo ye winna gies. Like grishikle the petals lie, o roses dashed to bits. but ae weed cheap for evermore in flame has rowed my wits. Oh, wha's the bride? Oh, wha's the bride that carries the bunch o' thistles blintering white? Her cuckold bridegroom little dreads what he shall ken this night. For closer than good man can come, and closer to her than hersel, wha didna need her maidenhead has wrote his purpose fell. Oh, wha's been here afore me, lass, and who did he get in? A man that died or I was born, this evil thing has done. And left, as it were on a corpse, your maidenhead to me? Nay, lass, good man, sin time began, said ony mair to gie. But I can gie you kindness, lad, in a pair of willing hands, and you shall hae my breasts like stars, my limbs like willow wands. And on my lips you'll heed nae mair, and in my hair forget the seed of all the men that in my virgin womb he met. Coronach for the end of the world. Mony a piper has played himself through battle and into death, and a piper'll rise to the occasion still when the world is bracken, faith. A trumpet may sound and harps be heard, or celestial voices sweet, but we noch but the cry of the pipes can earth, or these, or silence, meet. The pipes are the only instrument to sound earth's mortal oor, but the great what follows, if anything does, is knowing even their poor. Under the Greenwood tree, a sodger's laddie's soaked a hoose and tune to bide in. He's fond a road, but never a hoose or tune, the hale world wide in. And syne he's come to an old green tree, then way for a sodger loon, was stint his way fra the battlefield, and here mun lay him doon. There's branches here for his graith of war, a route to tether his horse, and a shadow for a winding sheet to row about his course. The grave of all mankind. Shuddering thistle gie grey sand is churning in my lugs, the moonlight flats and gantin there, the grave of all mankind's laid bare, on hell itself the drawback rugs. Nae man can ken his hurt until the tide o' life uncovers it, and horror-struck he sees a pit returning life can never fill. The thistle is a spider's web. Omsk and the colton turn again to dust, the suns and stars fizz out with little fuss. The bobby booms away and seems to bust, and leaves the world to darkness and to us. The circles of our hungry thoughts swing savagely from pole to pole. Death and the raven drift above the graves of Sweeney's body and soul. My name is Novel. On the Grampian Hills it is forgotten and deserves to be. So are the Grampian Hills and all the people who ever heard of either them or me. What's in a name? From pole to pole our interlinked mentality spins. I know that you are Thistle, and suppose that therefore I am Widdershins. Do you reverse? Shallows? Then let's. Cyclone and Dante, hope so. She should know better at her age. Auntie's an ass, upon my word. This is the sort of thing they teach the Scottish children in the school. Poetry, patriotism, manners. No wonder I am such a fool. How can I grapple with a thistle sign, be intricate as it, and up to all its moves? All earth's its sheening points are louping yont me, while still the firmament it proves. And sign it's like a web in which the world squats like a spider, while the men and me are tangled in an angless corner of it, to oven fecklessly.